Hello, Roll Gang. Good morning, Roll Gang. Welcome on inside to another episode, another week of Weekday Wake and Bakes. What is happening this morning? It is a motivational Monday here on the show, which means that this morning we're going to be smoking our cannabis while we read some motivational quotes. It's going to be super fun. I am super excited for everybody to come on in to smoke up some pot and get motivated for this week, Roll Gang. So let's get on into it. Welcome in to this Motivational Monday edition of the Weekday Wake and Bake. I am your host, Processor Sky, and I am so pleasured to be here in Las Vegas, back for another episode and another week of Weekday Wake and Bakes. Basically, this week, what's gonna happen is we're gonna go live here every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Blaze up some of this fire ganja and talk about some random shit, for 20 minutes. Hopefully you guys can roll up too with your handy dandy rolling spoon, the official Weekday Wake and Bake cannabis multi-tool, and roll a dime every time. So without further ado, let's get rolling here. So excited to be back here in Vegas. I just had an absolutely amazing, legendary week last week of wake and bakes and of traveling. It was absolutely insane. Huge shout out all the guests that were on the show last week. Cannabis Rocky killed it. Chelsea killed it. The president of the chamber, Tina Ullman, absolutely killed it. And my parents, my very own parents, came on the show last week. If you guys, they're really, really powerful stuff. If you guys are ever just, session by yourself and wanted to tune in and sesh with me, you know where to find us on Instagram, Facebook. We go live at 8 a.m. Pacific time every weekday morning. But if you guys miss the live, you can just tune in after the fact. They're all uploaded to the libraries of all of the streaming platforms. So make sure to go and listen to those episodes. They were some absolute fire. Huge good morning to Baby Lax, heavily zooted. Shout out for tuning into the show. Huge shout out Mercedington. Yo, so great to see you this morning, Mercedington. It's been a minute. So today is Motivational Monday here on the Weekday Wake and Bake, which means that I collected some motivational quotes for us to read off while we smoke some weed and just get oriented for this week, because Mondays are tough. And if we can start off our week with some motivation and get going here on this Monday, then the rest of the week is just bound to be a breeze. So I collected some motivational quotes from Jerry Seinfeld, from Robin Williams, and you guys gotta hear these because they're super deep, and I know that we can all derive lessons from these, especially while we medicate. What goes together like some motivation and some pot on a Monday morning? So great to be here wake and baking with you guys. So right now I'm using my rolling spoon to procure myself a pearl. I don't want to smoke anything else. I want to smoke a dime every time. And the only way to really do it every single time without fail is to do it the same way every time without fail. And You know, how are you going to roll it and burn it straight if you don't got a straight edge to even it out, you know? Tuck that straight edge in there, even out the distribution, and it really helps you to roll this cigarette style joint. Boom. Let's tuck this in to sleep. Huge shout out my Chamber of Cannabis rolling spoon for helping me to roll a dime every time. It is here on the Wake and Bake. Oh, so you can take whenever you use the poker end to pank down the excess, there's this patented joint locking tip, the shape. You can use it to fold down the sides of the joint, you know, envelope style, so that none of the joint comes out. You can like drop it, you can throw it, you can do whatever you want. It's gonna be a pearl either way. Rolling a dime every time. This episode, as always, brought to you by the Rolling Spoon, the most efficient way to procure your canny bee. This all-in-one cannabis multi-tool can help you seal the deal and roll a dime every single time. So without further ado this morning, let's just get on into this. Shout out 702 Dabs 420. Yo, Las Vegas Dabs 420, baby. Tapping into the show. I'm starstruck. 702 Dabs 420. Alright, so let's get on into these motivational quotes on this beautiful Monday morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ooh. Absolutely. Ooh. How good does that feel? Last night I got home at like 1 and 2 in the morning from the airport. I was in Delaware for my sister's graduation. What a shindig. Huge shout out to my whole family. Everybody came through. There was like 5,000 total miles traveled so that we could all support my little sister graduating college at the University of Delaware. It was so much fun. Mercedington says it's hot as hell here. Yo, you gotta get some AC going, Mercedington. It's getting hot as hell here too. Alright, so now that I'm baking myself a little bit on the weekday wake and bake, I think I'm ready to dive into these motivational quotes without further ado. So, the first one coming from an absolute OG, Robin Williams. Very smart dude, actor. One of my favorite Robin Williams movies called RV. Great movie. But anyways, Robin Williams says, it's hard to do nothing because you never know when it ends. It's hard to do nothing because you never know when it ends. Whenever you're performing a task that's meaningful, it normally has some kind of mean to an end. You're trying to reach a goal so that you can reach another goal so that you can reach another goal. But whenever you're doing nothing, you don't know when it ends. It's not like building Legos or rolling a joint where you get a final product, you know? It's not like building a business where you get to have something in the end. You can tell you're doing nothing if you don't know when it's going to end. So Robin Williams, the late, great Robin Williams, really dropping some bombs here on the weekday wake and bake. I really agree. You know, it's very, very difficult to do nothing. So make sure that you're being productive with your time because it's very confusing to do nothing. You might even think you're doing something, but doing nothing never comes to an end. You never get closure. So I don't know. Actions speak louder than words, but Robin Williams dropping a bomb here. It's hard to do nothing because you never know when it ends. The next quote coming in here on this Motivational Monday episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake is coming from Mark Twain, the original writer of Huckleberry Finn, an absolute classic novel. Mark says, "No man who is in a hurry is quite civilized." No man who's in a hurry is quite civilized. Cool it off. Take a deep breath, preferably with some THC in it. No man who is in a hurry is quite civilized. Guys, patience is such a virtue. I was just over at a friend's house the other day, and they live in a gated community, and I was trying to, but there was no exit. There was no walking exit, only where the cars go in and out. So I was walking around trying to find an exit, and eventually I said, fuck it. And I jumped over the wall onto a really busy street, and I don't know, I'm fine, but it was super risky. And as I was jumping over the wall, down the road a little bit, you could see the gate entrance opening for a car. Patience is a virtue. And if you can be productive while waiting for your dominoes to fall into place, you are civilized. No man who's in a hurry is quite civilized. It's just Mark Twain spitting some facts. Take a deep breath. Take your time. Think it through. And don't be hasty, Roll Gang. Don't be hasty this week. Mark Twain is on to something here. Patience is one of the most valuable traits you can have in this world, but you're not quite civilized if you're in a hurry. So make sure to take your time. Just remind yourself today and this week, take your time. You are doing great. Don't just, like Robin Williams said, don't do nothing. But don't be in a hurry either. Doing too much. You can't be doing nothing. You have to find that perfect balance between Mark Twain and Robin Williams. Last quote here on the Weekday Wake, very comic, and a legendary tribesman just like me, member of the Jewish. I don't know if I believe in the same stuff as my Jewish people, but we both had bar mitzvahs, and that was a lot of fun. So Jerry Seinfeld is on the next quote. But before we get into this next quote, just wanted to share a quick message with you guys in regards to the rolling spoon. Make sure you guys are getting one to roll your dimes. Perfect. I hope your guys is too. Hope you're rolling up with a spoon. Make sure to hit me up if you don't have one to see where you can get one. Mercedington on Instagram says nothing gets you nowhere. That is so true. Nothing gets you nowhere. Just couldn't say it better, Mercedington. Couldn't say it better. So, to close out this Motivational Monday of the Weekday Wake and Bake comes from Jerry Seinfeld, who says, "There's no such thing as fun for the whole family." There's no such thing as fun for the whole family. Well, this is a quote I simply disagree with. I simply do. I just had fun with my whole family, and everybody was having fun. It really was a truly amazing experience. But what caused the fun is something magical, you guys, because not everything is so binary. It's just so amazing to see my family after not having seen them in so long. And maybe there isn't such thing as fun for the whole family in that nothing is anything that unites everybody, you know? Everybody's different and has different values and things they consider fun, but if you put enough distance and time and effort into gathering with anybody, family, friends, I think that the essence of fun is relativity. You know, if you guys are struggling interpersonally, take your space, because nothing gives love like space. You know, it makes the heart grow fonder. Distance. That is the classic quote. So just actually like a hot take, you know, a quote I wanted to bring up because I disagree with it. Not because of the essence of the quote, but because of the message, you know. I just had fun with my whole family. There is such thing as fun for the whole family. You just can't do it often. You have to deprive yourself. And whenever there's a return, whenever there's a collaborative effort to join forces, everybody is having fun. Maybe you can't all do something that you all are passionate about, but you can get together and have fun no matter what you're doing. There's no such thing as fun for the whole family. Nothing's for everyone. I see what you're saying, Jerry. That's all right with me, you know. Like, I brought on the quote because I think it is a hot take, you know. You're claiming something doesn't exist. I'm just claiming it exists in a different fashion. But I just missed my family so much, and it was so amazing to see them, every single one of them, and it absolutely made my week. Good morning to Hadina on Instagram. Good morning, Callie420 Love. I hope you have a beautiful day as well. I appreciate everybody tuning in to another episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake Motivational Monday. I am Processor Sky, and I am so excited to be back in Las Vegas for another week of Weekday Wake and Bakes. We're going to go and get some guests for the show, but if not, you guys know where to find me. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. You guys are all the shit. I was tapping in. It really does make my day just to break down some herb and light it on fire with you guys and inhale it and get baked. You know, get baked in the morning to set us all on the right path, you know. And have some motivational quotes to give us some motivation for the week. Yo, what's up, Ford Dandy? Says, hey, Spoon Guy. I love that. Yo, shout out Ford Dandy and Mercedington and 702 Dabs and Hadina. Oh, I'm missing a whole bunch, but everybody coming on the show, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time, we are going to be back for another Terpene Tuesday episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake Breaking. They also have a lot of medicinal qualities that you can utilize, so make sure to tap in tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp Pacific time for Terpene Tuesday. A terpene